I'm just trying to rush this a bit because I'm on camera. So now we do our little tree, our little there you go. You see that little curve makes all the difference. Right. So that's it. We have our different playing pieces. Now all you've got to do now is 12 of those per side. Perhaps you can get Mum and Dad to help. Okay, now's the time to make our playing tiles. We're going to have 2 sheets of these, 2 different colours. You'll hand colour these afterwards, but this is the sheet that we'll be working from, and you'll be making up these, and these are the pieces that come from this sheet. You will be cutting these out, and I'll show you how to do that. So the first thing that we have to do obviously is to make a grid like this. Now we've made a grid before, so I'm not going to show you how to do this. You can do it yourselves, but the only difference is that this is a sheet, and this time it's 11 by 8 25mm squares. So you're going to have to draw out, just as we did with the board, 25mm squares. And once you've got those cut out, I'll show you how we use that to cut out these shapes. Okay, now once we've drawn out our 11 by 8 grid, we're going to need some way of filling in these squares. Now doing it by hand and freehand is okay, but there are quicker ways and neater ways of doing it. So I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you with different coloured cards so that you can see. Basically what you want to do is to make a template, a square stencil. So if you were to get some paper like this and hold it and then glue it together, this has to be pretty accurate. That one had better go underneath there. Make sure these are pressed down hard so that they don't move. I'm going to put that one underneath those two. Bring it up. I'm doing this the hard way. The thing is, once you've made this, of course, it'll do for every square. That was being clumsy. Okay. Right, now you want to secure that. Okay, so I'm going to, I've got a scrap piece of paper here. I'm going to show you how well this works. So here's a scrap piece of paper, and we're going to align that up. So when we do our cross hatching, we can go as fast as we like, we don't have to worry. And there we've got our square, and we are going to do that with all the pattern that I've shown you. And you can see how much quicker this will be, not only quicker but how much neater. And there you go. Imagine that between these lines. So now I'm going to show you how to transfer the pattern that we have here onto this grid that you've produced. So now you have to keep these the same, so I've written top there, so I'm going to write top on here. So we know that this is always this way up. So if we take it a line at a time, we can see that the second one is a squiggle. So we'll go here. That's a squiggle, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's another squiggle, and the last one is also a squiggle. Okay, so now we'll do the cross hatching, and on the top layer, we have a look on the top layer, on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th one, we have cross hatching. I've got a bit of tape there. Okay, so there's cross hatching. Now on the second layer down, there are 2 on this one. So do this one. That one, and leave a gap there. And that's that one. So we now have our first line. Now you continue with the whole sheet, doing it exactly, replicating what's on here onto there. And now I'm going to show you next how to cut out the shapes from this sheet that you've made. Right, what I have here is, this is the sheet that you will now have drawn in all the patterns. Okay, I'm going to leave that there so that you can study it. You can freeze the video and you can see exactly where your squares have to be. Now this is the cutting pattern. I'm also you're going to have to freeze this so that you can see. So you have here it's upside down for you, so I think I'll turn it around. You have here cut 1, where you're going to cut along this line here, which is along this line here. Cut 2 is along there and along there. Cut 3 is along there. This you're actually going to discard. Cut 4 is along there. And once you've gone through all those cuts, you're going to end up with the strips. Now I would suggest that you do this one at a time, and I'll show you how to do it one at a time now. Right. So this is cut 1, and that's cut along here, which I'm going to do now. Cut 1. Cut 1. So I'm going to put this aside now, and now we're going to deal with this one. Having made our first cut, I'm now going to glue it onto our cardboard. This glue is all right, but you do have things like spray adhesive. It does make life a lot easier. So I can always cover it with a piece of paper, press it down. Right, now I'm just going to cut that out quickly, roughly, because we're going to cut it out neatly in a minute. Right, so there we have our backed cord. So you have this, these are the shapes from cut 1. You have the red shape, the green shape and the blue shape, and you're going to translate those. Again, that's the top. So the red shape is a shape like that, which is going to be that shape. Do you see? The red shape is that shape. So first thing I'm going to do is to cut up there to separate these two. Next thing is to cut along there. Well, actually I don't have to do that, but I will anyway. To make that neat. So this is the shape we have to make. So I have to come up to here. And into there. And obviously tidy that one up. So we've got that far. Now I have to cut this one out. They say measure once, cut twice. I mean, measure twice, cut once.